Let me turn down the audio. Okay, so just a quick recap what I'm doing. This is a basic um, Play Blaster tool. If we go to this code here, close those others. Here. This is a basic exporting tool I'm making. Basically, because I wasn't happy with the way QuickTime had to be installed to be able to output something other than AVI in like Maya. So if I go here and I go Play Blast, drag it over here, I've only got AVI and image allowed, which I didn't like, particularly because AVI can take up quite a bit if you've got a massive thing you need to render. So what I've got here is I've just got a quick and simple command that I implemented inside of Python. The basics, this is just registering the plugin commands, command name, and initialize the commanding, and then unloading and loading. This is just Python. Inside the pixel, inside the actual Playblast thing here, I've got the do it command. What I do is I get the active 3D viewer, which is just going to give me the 3D view. Basically, that's going to give me a reference to it. I'm going to get the Q widget. I'm going to cast it to a Q widget because it doesn't tend to like when I do it when in Python you can't exactly just say like this because it's going to give you just anything. It's going to give me that, which is not exactly what I want. I want to actually get the Q widget of it. Once I've got the Q widget, then I can actually basically this so I can get like the sizing and everything like that, and I can finally get stuff from it. So what I do is I get the Q widget here, and then I get the window width and window height, and then this is just so that I can resize it back. Because if I say if I want to export it out to like 1080p, then to resize it back, I'm going to resize it to 1080p. This whole command is just for tests. So I resize it, I repaint the window so that it so these two functions basically force it to refresh. I've got a file output path, output name. I've just hard coded start frame and end frame, which we're going to actually implement properly inside of the command line here, so that you can. I'll explain it in a second. Let's take a look. So then I just go like for frame in range, basically the whole frame range here. I do a loop. I refresh the viewer, even though I refreshed it here, I refreshed again because I have to refresh it every time. I then set the frame here. So I have to cast it to an M time frame starters. Then I set the current frame using the OpenMyAnim library. I'm also then going to get a path. This is just outputting PNGs. I'm a bit hot. Haven't live streamed for a long time, and I have to get back into it because I need to make some tutorials. Anyway, so then I basically get a new image. This is basically like a pointer. I then am going to read the color buffer from the viewer, which is, if we take a look, which is this M3D view thing, which I can read the color buffer to. I can then write to the file. These two are basically just hard coded things inside of it, and then I just give like a quick update of what frames were done, and then I resize it back and repaint it. So that's the Python implementation. This was just like a test that I did in, when was it? April, I think. And this is the implementation. So let's just go into the plugin mode for starters. This is just my initialize and uninitialize segments. I am now aware that there is a better way of doing this. If I go to the actual documentation, I've got too many tabs open. If I go to the actual implementation here, we can see that we've got declare simple command. Basically, it replaces the initialize and the creator functions. However, I do want to actually have them because it cannot be used to create undoable commands. This doesn't exactly need to be undoable, this specific one. However, I am just going to keep it. I don't need this because I need the creator, but I need to be able to. I want all the functionality that comes with it, is what it'll give me. Should I push this up somewhere? Don't think. I don't think I'll post it. If you want it, if you find it, then you're welcome to find it. Anyway, so I've got the initialize plugin and the uninitialize plugin already set up. Registering the command. So I've got the kname, which I'm already setting inside of CPP one here. I'll explain all this in a second. These for now. Plugin main, getting the kname, getting the. I then get just call the create and the create syntax, which are custom commands. We take a look at it. We've got the create syntax function. So create syntax function is the command inputs that we need. So I've got a msyntax function and an msyntax creator. Or is it? That's just a void. Okay. And I have to and then I just do the check set mem status and return. This is a new macro that we can just use. So going back into here, got a quick includes. Let's go to the actual includes here first. The header file, I should say. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. So I've got the creator, I've got the initialize, what do you call it? I can't remember what they're called. They're basically the starter and the ender, the structure and creator methods for the actual class here. Got a creator function, that is what the plugin main is using to create it. I've got a create syntax, which is what the create syntax function is doing as well. I'm passing the args. I really could put this pass args into private, do it and redo it into like private. I would say. Probably will going forward. But the command string, I want to keep the same. I think. Am I using that anywhere? Name. No. Been used once. I'm not using it anywhere. I don't think I'm even using this. I don't know why I had this. I'll keep it. I'll get rid of it. Okay. So that's just the command name there. I do have declaring the version up here as well, which we don't need because I've got a K version here. I've declared it there because I want to keep it. Because I don't exactly know how to be able to do like if I had like a multiple include, basically, a sense of I had an include. If I push this here, then this thing wouldn't exactly like it, which is a bit annoying. Probably could actually push it there. Let's take a look. I go to yeah. Remember, what's it say? I actually don't know that much about C++. Must be const. It is a const. Okay. Yeah, that was the reason why. I can just use std string. Honestly, probably will in the future. Actually, I'll do that now. I'm pretty sure I have string. I'm not importing string. I'm not importing string at all. So I'm going to say static std string. Okay. This const. Can I actually initialize it? Right, ideally, I'd be able to then initialize it here. But maybe that will work. Who knows? Let's try it out. But then I can say advance command. Maybe let's actually try and compile it. Error. No instance. What? Right, so I need to actually convert this to like a car. String. There we go. That'll fix that. I've got an FF convert here, which is not quite working for some reason. Why aren't you working? Feeling maybe because I'm importing it here. Realistically, I should only have like one thing where I just incorporate one includes. I don't have to include it all the time. Yeah, I have a feeling I can't do that. Oops. This plugin here is based on another piece of work, but I have a feeling I can't use it. Really love to know why. Redefinition, yes. Or redefining it here. No, yeah, redefinition. Yeah. And you, but who doesn't like it? Redefinition of default argument. Provides no initializer for what? Let's try and compile and see what it doesn't like. An object of that must be initialized. So I have a feeling that we can push these up here first. That, and we don't need I know that for a fact that you don't need to say private when you're declaring a class, but I'm going to keep it that everyone knows. Take a look at the error list. Build. What is my errors? Show me the error list. Alright, so I actually do need to initialize these variables. So I'm gonna keep it how I had last time. Have the underscores base, because then underscores tend to used to be telling people that it was like the private. But what we're going to do now here is that. So you can see something similar to here, how I've done it here. I've got some of this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to say width equals, no, yeah, no, width for me, height. So we're declaring like we would be declaring the basic variables. Still doesn't like some stuff. Doesn't like who's message. And I've lost where I was looking at. Alright, so yes, it does not like this. Doesn't like the K version there. So I'm just gonna go this. And I really should have like K version. I have the K version in here. Then I should be able to use it. Right? Who's messaging me now? Oh, well, yeah, student. They've said that they've now worked on Sonic 2 and Transformers. Wait. Okay. I'll get back to that in a second. Unresolved string. That. Okay. Yep. That's correct. Okay, version. It's car. Don't need you. Surely I can just do it like that now. K version should now be there. Because I'm just declaring it as like a public variable. Yep, there we go. So that's now initialized and it's working. Cool. Let me just clear the output. All right, I'll go back to what I was talking about here. I'll actually give a definitions things. So we've got a K name here. I do want to keep that like that though. I'm just going to go with this, say const. These are my includes. So I've got the basic my includes, which I'm just going to go like this. Got the, what are these called? I just call them program includes. Program includes could probably just be pushed here. For semantics. And then I've got like UT. Also all we're going to get is we're going to get in my command we've got the initializer and the initializer. We've got the creator, the create syntax. We've got an argument parser that I've created. We've got a do it and redo it function, which I will look into. I will showcase in a second. We've got a boolean for is undoable, and then I've got two custom methods here, which is a void, render file, and a repaint view. Just because I had to, there was a lot of code that I was reusing, so just keep on doing that. I have no idea how many people. There's nobody. Nobody's watching. That's fine. That's cool. This is more like for me, just so I can get a bit better at this. Okay. I've got some booleans here. I've got some m help and m undoable. So, these ones are basically like. I'm not too sure why we have the underscore m. Believe it's because these are what we are. These are the commands that we're putting in. So really, these should be like C. But I'm going to keep them at M for now until I get a better prefixing option. And I've got these ones under vector 2 because the original resolution, render resolution, and frame range. I've made this is a vector 2 is a custom library that I've made, very simple, very simple one. So let's just go into that for now. All I have is I'm including the atom control because I want to add in M time as well. Got class vector 2. I've got an X and a Y value. I'll probably go like vector 3. But I want vector 2. Got a basic initializer. We've got a initializer here where I put in two values, so X and Y, and then I've got two values which I put in M time X and M time. Then I've got some operator overlays, which I don't really use, to be honest. Probably can get rid of them. If I go into that one up. So inside here, inside the actual vector 2 implementation, I've just got vector 2. The default implementation is just make it 0. Then just set this to whatever's coming in. Then set the value, whatever is the value here. Which does mean that we probably need to get like but yeah, oops. All this does is just puts the value there, then we have to reconvert it back later on. Then I've got the plus and minus operators. Okay, so that was very simple. Not going to go into the FF part in a second. Haven't actually implemented that at all, and that's what I really need help with, is just implementing that because I've got no idea how to do that. So I'm importing my includes. So I've got advanced. I've got ffconvert, which is the actual ffmpeg implementation. Getting all the includes from Maya, and I've got some from Boost too, which I'll explain in a second why I've got them. Initializing my initializing and de-initializing my main creators functions. I'm setting everything to false because I'm like, no, these have not been implemented or already. I mean, these have not been created. They haven't been set. And then I've got the creator function, which just returns a new one of these. And then I've got as undoable, I'm just returning false because it's a play blast. So I don't need to undo it. Okay, then I've got some syntax definitions here, which basically is I've got the help functionality here. So if I'm pretty sure that there was a different way of implementing this, which was by Chris Zubrig, where he had like an array, and he had them in like an array like that. You can do that way. I found that it's not typically how people do it. I'm just sticking to a way that the documentation has told me to do it, how other people have done it in the past, just so that it has a sense of flow. So I've got the frame range that I'm giving in, which is F. I've got an output directory, I've got an output type, I've got a resolution that I'm going to be pushing out to. And then in here, this is create syntax. This is what's going to create the actual arguments. So enable the query because I want to be able to query it. Adding the flag for help here. I've got the frame range, and the frame range is going to be a double. So it's going to be vector 2 basically. So two inputs. So basically, if I want to do frame range, I would say frame 19. So I want to say frame from 1 to 120. That's how I do it. Same with like resolution. So resolution, I just got resolution, or alternatively just R. I'm going to say 1920 by 1080, like that. And that's what's going to be defaulting. So anyway, I've got the output string here, which is just going to be what's going to be in the output. So I'm going to say O the output, and then the output type, which is going to be the MP4, sort of thing like that. And I'll show how it's going to work in later on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm passing the arguments. So I've got the data here where I'm setting up the database from the arguments, and I'm setting the status as well. And then I am displaying an error if the status is not initialized properly. I am creating a already value of the default value of resolution. Do I even use it? No, I don't, because I'm setting the resolution later on. I'm going to get rid of that. Help, help should probably be up here. Been a long time since I've actually streamed, so I'm kind of nervous actually putting it out to like everywhere and stuff, because I don't really feel like I want people to see. I probably will. Yeah. I don't know how much Saber would think. I'll put it into like Webway. Remove all embeds. There we go. Okay. So I'm setting my arguments here. I can just set the frame range and then set frame range long. I've seen some people do that in the past, but they say is set flag, stuff like that. I am then getting the vector for the. I do need to cast it to time first, because I know that it is. And I might need to use it later on, but I really don't. So I'm just going to go vector 2. I probably could actually, inside of vector 2h, I can just say, I can do like a get. So I could get vector 2 get 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 time. So I can just got that. And inside of to here, I can go vector 2 get time, and I can just say and no, I can't, can I? So what I need to do here is just say time, then say time mx, then time m, and I'll probably just go like b here, so I know it's kind of stupid doing it this way. Probably really shouldn't have it's outdated putting like prefixes there, so I'm just going to keep this to x, this one to y, so we're not knocking anything up. So vector 2 m time. So if it's m time like this, then what I can do, I can just say so m time equals m time like this, and then that as m time, bool as m. I'm going to grab that. I got this. I'm not mucking anything up. I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to say vector 2 m time x m time y full as m time equals. Be fair, I probably should be able to just do it that. Then true is like this. Oops. And then that can be gotten rid of. So if as m time, so if it's like m time sort of thing, if it comes in as m time, then what I'm going to do is I'm still going to set the, actually I'm just going to get rid of this. I'm really mucking stuff up for myself, aren't I? M time, X like that, get M time, I'll just get M time. I'm going to say return. I actually don't need to do it like this. What I can do is I can say this dot mx. I'm actually going to keep it like this, but I'm still going to say this dot mx equals x. So like that. So there's y equals. So I don't need to actually set the values. So I'm just going to keep that at the top there. So. Okay. No, I don't need to have the get m time. I can just say get mx instead. Alright, so now that we've got that out of the way, because I'm going to cast them to m time because I want them to. Let me go to management videos because I need to see how I'm going. 5, 11 views. Wow, okay, that's usual. Anyway, I'm going to cast it to m time so that I've got actually you can use it. I know that's going to be m time. I've got output type. I should probably put those values in. So what I need to say. I think I need them to. I can have them as m strings. Yeah, m string. M string would be best. M string. M string. M. I can't do m. Say b. What can I put it as? Put it as I. Suppose. ms. Output. That's not good. Input. Output. There. Like that. M string. Put. So. Hope that I haven't actually got that being used anyway. Not. Output. How about output there? No, I do not. Good. Okay. Right. I will then pass these arguments. So I'm going to say arg flag string, and it should just be okay output so because I actually do need to have 0 there. Okay, and then I'm going to say output that. But this should be returning me a m string. I'm hoping. And we'll check this. So m string output there, output that, output type. Okay, output type. So return status, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go like that. Yep. But I also want to display the output type. So display info type, and then m global info put 0. Let's just build that. Oh, hi Anton. I'm coding. You can actually see what I'm coding up on GitHub. It's in the link description. But it basically is a replacement for the Playblast tool here. So inside of my Playblast, we've got the AVI and image, and if you know how to do it, you can install QuickTime. The problem with QuickTime is that one, it's old, which isn't inherently a problem in itself, but the second problem is that if it crashes midway through, like a very heavy sim, a very heavy Playblast, the process will still keep running, but it will block any further Playblasts. So this is just a replacement for that. This is what this does is it's going to just use FFmpeg instead. That is the end goal. Hopefully. Okay, so what are we doing? H, and then it's got like this. So I want to say O C is that. You are getting that, and then P, which is just going to be dot 4. And we can see that it is actually getting correct inputs. Cool. Now I've got the H out here. What the H is going to do is it's going to I'm just basically saying if I'm using the H, if I'm using the help command, just return without doing any renders. But if we take a look at the actual render section here, what this does is it's basically the same implementation as the Python code that I've got here, where this section here, you don't need to worry about this, is getting, so I'm getting the view window of the, so I do actually need you. I just realized that. Let's recode this a little bit. So I do need, so I'm going to say, so I need to have the viewer and I need to have the window. So the window and the viewer are completely different. The window is what I'm going to be reframing, and the viewer is what I'm actually interacting with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say m pretty view viewer is going to be equal to, believe that this needs to be a pointer, possibly. This should be a pointer. Let's take a look. Viewer. Oh, okay. No, it's not really a pointer. That's fine. But then what I need to do, because the widget's going to be a pointer, I can then say window. And I'm just going to say viewer like that. And then I'm going to say window resize like that. This is giving me the original resolution of the, so basically what I'm doing is inside of my, this viewer is a Qt widget, it's got his house inside a Qt widget, and I want to get the surrounding frames. So I'm getting the viewer itself, which is the active 3D viewport, and then I'm getting the window, which is the what's holding it, and basically I'm grabbing the width and the height directly from it, from the sizing here. I'm setting the render resolution, and what this is if you have never seen code like this, what this is saying is it's saying if m resolution yep equals true, then the render resolution is equal to the render resolution, which is what we set up in the passing arguments. Then we've got else the render resolution is equal to the original. Basically what this means is that it's saying, hey, if I don't input the actual resolution I want, then just use what is default. But this is just a one-line code of this. So basically this is saying if this is true, this sort of thing is like the if statement. If this is true, then do this, whatever's on this side of the I don't know what this is. Curly bracket, no. Double dot. I'll remember it later on. And then, or else if it's false, then go to this one. And the original resolution is what the original window is at. Whoop, back. Then here, I'm going to have to say window. So then I've got a refresh view port, which is just going to refresh the, repaint the viewport, sorry. It's going to repaint the viewport. This only needs to happen twice, but it's like 4 lines of code, which is a bit clunky, and I like to just push it into a quick function just to keep it out of the way. So I'm repainting it twice. Basically what this does, if we take a look here, so if we have the repaint, we've got the resize and repaint, that's basically what this is doing. But I'm also setting it to hidden, because if I hide it, then it doesn't actually do like some flashing when it's working. So I've got to resize it and I repaint it. Repaint it basically just forces the Q widget to reinitialize whatever's inside it. So that's what it's doing. I have to go like resolution X and resolution Y, resolution like that. And then here is actually where the whole work point is going to be here. Basically here. I'm going to be getting the view, I'm going to be getting the image, and I'm going to be storing the image. So once I repaint, I'm going to say repaint view. Actually, this should be just resize. Repaint view. And I'm hiding it. And then with the frame range, what I'm doing is I'm saying, hey, do you actually have the frame range here? Then I'm going to say x, actually x like that. But these do actually need to be same time, which is why I did that vector implementation later on earlier. But this is the frame range. I'm going to say push in the min time and max time here. I could recast it like value, recast it back when I'm implementing it, but I'm a lazy person. So what these things are here are all the rest of this, which is that really, if I get rid of all the, really wish I could get it. So VS Code has this lovely little thing where I can just go to here, go to my VS Code. VS Code, if I select all this, I can go control // and it will basically toggle the comment block. Inside here, that doesn't exactly exist, and you have to get a plugin, which is incredibly annoying. Really hate that. Love it if that was changed. But I'll keep these out for now. What I'm going to do, this is just telling me, this is just displaying a message saying, hey, it's starting to render. I've got these 2 boost functionalities here. So these are formatters. You can see I'm calling it, the thing is called format. I'm calling it format and then time format. This should probably be called res format, just so that I'm staying it in proper, keeping it properly there. So I've got the width, and then I've got a 1 surrounded by percentage signs, then height surrounded by percentage sign, 2 surrounded by percentage times, and the same goes for here. What this does is if I now uncomment this and I give it the correct one, I can then cast this to a string, and then with these, if I put the format first and then I put the percentage sign here, the first value is going to be whatever is in first number 1 here, and the second one's going to be in number 2 here, like that. And I'm converting it to a C string or a car string, so that we can actually display it. But the display can only display a char array. I've got the same thing going on down here, and then I'm going to say finish rendering. I can keep this at X and Y because of the way I implemented it. So if I just build it, it's a very, very basic implementation so far. I got that. I just say play blast. Then we can see that it started rendering here. The width was 575, first 74, height was 732, and the default, it defaulted to like 120. So if I expand this, we can see that it's now like 139 and 158. So I've defaulted them to go to the min time and max time of what is currently being used. Okay. Now that we've got that, what I now need to do is I need to get the actual image of it. So the way we do that is actually, no, I need to do a for loop. So I'm going to say for int ii equals 0. No, ii equal, no, yeah, that's wrong. So I need to say vframe range dot x ii is less than or equal to, I'm pretty sure it's equal to the vframe y, and then I can say I plus. Some people do like plus plus, they go plus plus ii like that instead. I'm not too sure why. Let's quickly Google that. Why do they do that? So basically, one of them is a post increment, one of them is a pre increment. I want to keep it like this. So this is going to be done after the fact. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to refresh the actual viewpoint. So I need to say, go to viewer, viewer.refresh. I need to refresh it every time. I then need to get the current time. So I need to say manim control set current time. Nope. Set current time. Now I need to give it a new m time. So the m time is going to be ever this one is. So I'm going to say m time. So ii is not quite applicable. We can actually just use frame, but I'm going to keep it to like ii for now. So I'm going to say m time like so. What doesn't it like? It doesn't like what doesn't it like? So this is a double. I'm going to say int. I'm going to cast it to an int. Cast you to an int. Does that even work? Nope. Might have to cast this to a double instead of double. Sorry. There we go. That works. So because these are doubles, then I need to actually call this a double. Okay. So now that we've got the I time, now that we are setting the I time, I'm actually just going to run this. So technically, what should now happen? Actually, I want to print this out. I do want to print this out. So I'm going to make a new one. Yep, I'm going to make a new quick one. Let's say boost format d time format equals boost format frame, and then I'm just going to go like that. Could just do addition, but I don't like. I really hate addition, honestly. So I'm going to say global display info, and the current time is going to should be. So it should be. Let's go boost string. I'm going to say C string straight out the gate. I'm going to say C time format, and then I'm going to do a design, and then I'm going to say I. Now, if I build that, what did I do? Oh, put in the end bracket, end curly bracket. I can't speak tonight. Very annoying. Okay, so that's been built. If I just go like that, we can see that it's now gone to 158. And it did it really, really fast. Cool. Yep, that's what I wanted, and it started at frame 39. Very good. So the loop is working perfectly. I don't need this. I probably will actually later on. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hide it. Back to my import thing. So what I need to do is I need to create a new image. I need to say image. I'm going to do this. Say image. That I think I might need to say new. Or I might need to be incomplete type not allowed. Why not? I just go with the pointer. And this be a pointer, and this one be a. I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we need to go to the documentation, fortunately. So there's documentation. Image, come on. The problem with the image, with big problem with the current state of Autodesk is that it doesn't have. This is the commands for Python. Doesn't have anything for developer help. Where is this one? I want, and then I want to go to. Where is it? I just need to go. I need to make an image. So I just got that. There we go. Image. Create an image, please. Oh right, I need to actually create an image. Think. No, that's not right. Default constructor. It should be fine. This should be an image, so I actually probably need to actually include it. So let's go include Maya image that. Where is it? Render file. Here we go. There we go. That's working now. Right, cool. Then what I need to do, just checking people messaging. What I need to do now, I can now go to viewer, so read color buffer, and I can now put that to the image. And now the image, now our image has now got what we want. So image dot, what have we got? We've got pixel format, we've got float pixels, we've got everything like that. We've got is RGB. problem is that with this is we've got write to file, which is kind of which is not really what we want. So that will just write out to the file, if we can say write out to file, which will then need it needs output format and it needs a path name. So what we're going to do is we're going to say boost format output format, which is going to be boost format, and I'm going to say 1 here for now, and then I need to figure out how to format it like I've done it here. Let's just go to the boost format library. So boost format string zero padding. Want zero padding number. Okay, so we've got set fill. Not really what I want. So let's go to the actual documentation. Look at that. Go to the actual documentation and let's go zero fill. Yeah, so this is gonna actually zero fill. This one's actually zero padding it. That might be what I want. So let's just quickly check. That. So that's going to be the zero thing, and I'm going to say 1, oops, 1, like that first. Got this, and then going to be dot. So what that should now be is a format. So what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to globally write that out. I'm going to say m global display info, and I have to give it an actual output path. So boost string, I think it was, yep. And then I'm going to say output format. Do a few things here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say to C string. So there's my ampersand. There it is. That's not the right word for it, but whatever. I know I'm mucking up. Been so long since I've done this. I need the output dir. And output dir, I need to actually output dir first. Then we've got the II. Then we have got one more, which is like so. So I do actually need to give it an output type and output dir. It failed. All right, so and I'll need to check on this. I will need to check on this because that was working last. Whoops, that was working last time I checked. Okay. So AM Blast, I need to say output is going to be the user's output and type. Something's gone wrong. I don't know. It just stops. It's starting to render. It doesn't get to our resolution. Why does it not get to our resolution? Alright. That's very upsetting. Comment that completely out. Let's go to my plugins. Am I returning it somewhere? So somehow this, it's like stopping here. I'm going to need to we'll figure out a way to format it later on. The boost is not going to help me here. What a pity. Yeah, now it's working. Yeah, so okay, so this boost part here is not going to be working. It's actually dying here for some reason. Would love to know why. What I can do is I can check. What I'll do is I will say, just got that. Whoop. Anyone know? I don't know if I don't know who's watching. If anyone's watching, VS does not tell me. Like, says you're the only participant. That's fine. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna build it and just see if that kills it. That shouldn't kill it. But yeah, that didn't kill it. Good. So what I can then do is I can just say, right, boost string file. It's going to be boost string. I'm going to say format. I'm going to say output format by you. What don't you like? I think it might. Go back to documentation. See? And what I can do is I can say sync string. I'm just going to call this one grabbing. I'm going to grab this one just to see what happens. This is a string stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say string, string stream. It's going to be like, oh, show potential pictures, STD, like that. the output file is just going to be this. So you just do a double indicator sign. What I'm going to do, so it's output file going to be put there. Sorry. Um, I don't think this is going to be right, but I can just say string like this. I can just convert it to string and then string. Right, label us that. Label us. What don't you like? Syntax error. Look, yeah. Get rid of that. Okay. Successful. Go. And we can see it is actually working. Do need to have like a say that, which is not ideal, by the way. Not ideal at all. Then technically I can just go this. Because you can do multiple ones at the same time, I'm pretty sure. Oh, PNG. So, and then I could, no, I can't. Need to declare a string each time, which is really annoying, and I don't think it's very good for what I want. But this isn't the end result anyway. Right, so that is working. But I want to be able to make. I want to basically do this. So, I'm going to do. So I'm going to go source. Where can I go to? Let's go to the desktop. So I'm going to just throw that into here. That. You can see it's actually now going out there. But what we need to do is figure out why this doesn't like it. So what I can actually do is I can probably get rid of this here. I think. No, I can't. I cannot. I'm not allowed to. Okay. Image write to file, and I'm going to say output file. Put file. Just like that. So I'm going to say string, C string. So, and then PNG. I'm going to go build, and it's not going to like that. There's the root color buffer. Didn't like that. Let's take a look at why it didn't like that. Here. So we're here onto this one. So it is under M3D view should be under the UI. Yeah, 3D view UI. Hope. No, it is. So we've got active 3D view. Get that one. But we've got to begin and OpenGL thing. Read color buffer. So I want read color buffer. Yeah, read color. Give me read color buffer. Read. Nope. Hide color buffer. So it's been deprecated, which is really annoying. So I can actually have to go to like require render target. Which is what we got here, which is not what I want. Because yeah, this is really not what I want. So you can tell I was working on an older version of this. I don't actually want to render the, I just want to capture the viewport. Yeah, I do need to use the render target now, which is really annoying because I don't want to do that. But let's have a look at how that's working. So okay, so what we need to do, let's see if they've got a better one. If I render target, I really want a really simple, I want a simple one, but there's no simple ones. Simple examples. Nothing simple. Because the view target, I just want to capture the viewport. But let's give it a shot. It can't really hurt. Okay, so I'm seeing something here, which is still Python code, but we can give it a shot. So what we want to do, still want to keep this image thing here. So I'm going to say image dot create view viewer dot port switch that, then viewer height for channel 4 sort of thing, and then image. And we're just going to default it. So that's fine. Then I really would love it if it doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. Still doesn't like it. Still got to do that. Yeah, it still doesn't like it. So I need to actually do this. Acquire render target. So let's go to here. Let's go to like acquire. Let's go to acquire Alright, so what I need to do is need to have some more includes. Incredibly annoying. Never done this. Does it work? Actually, no, let's take a look. Let's see if it does actually work. Inside of here. So what I'm going to do, new Python script, I'm just going to say quick capture. Call this quick cap. Documents. Where's Maya? Maya 2022 scripts. Yeah, quick cap. Okay, so I'm going to say def run lazy. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to say output. It's just this to import a few things, which is very easy to get. So to import all these. Fine. Yep. Need to do run. That's fine. Okay. And then what I need to do is I'm just going to copy all this code. And I'm going to say path. So need to then do that. Save. Self is not defined. That is fine. Because this was a class last time. I'm going to just do like so, and it's going to go there. Oh, okay. Qt widget is not defined. Really? Right. And what is actually happening is the screen to my left, my right, I should say, has just filled up completely. If we go down to test, we can see that it's actually done. Done the actual output image. So that's working. That's great. That works. Okay. It's not great that it doesn't work here. So what I need to do, then I need to grab the include, so include Maya viewport to renderer, include render targets, target manager. It is. Okay. So what was the thing? So I need to use that's what it's saying to do. Let's do that. So render target manager, fire target render, and then what happens there? Idea. So let's go back to the documents. Fire target renderer. So needs a target description. Is a target description. What does that do? Okay. So what I need to do is create a target render. So it's a render link render. Nope. Come on, IntelliSense render target description, I think. Helps if I actually get the right one. HW. Oop, press insert. Target description. Don't need a target description. Target. Yes, like that. I'm going to say HW. Good description. And then I've got like some things that I can do. So I can then just say name. So the name's going to be like target. Oh no, I can just keep it simple like that. I can just keep it simple. But then I'll just say target. I think I might need to go that. Oop, that. So I'm not doing it right. Go back to the examples that we have. Try again. So it does create a creates an F renderer in this one, which is kind of nice. So we've got an M renderer. So okay, so let's create one here. Create one. So it's unprotected. So let's put unprotected. Well, protected. We want to keep it protected. MHW render. M renderer. Keep it so the renderer. We call it that. We're gonna yeah. So I'm getting the right ones. These should carry along. Good. Cool. Then so now that I've got a renderer, I think I need to actually add this. Oh, I'm gonna go that. That should be right. Let's try it. Let's try going to here. So we need to get like a target manager, which is what this is target description and target manager. So MHW render M render target manager equals target manager equals F render whoop get render. I spell render. That get target get render target manager. So and that's not going to be like nice because it could not be initialized. Need to figure out how that's being initialized. It only gets initialized once. I need to actually initialize it. I think. Done the creator. The creator. This one here. Let's F renderer. Tools new image. And what do I need? What is it? It's renderer. Is it? It is. That's not gonna like. Okay. Try that again. Another documentation here. Oh, so I actually need to. Okay, so I'm going to say that M. Is it? No, I need to say M. Right, so I need to say M H W M. I think it is. Yep. The renderer. So now that should be giving us the proper renderer. Okay. Now it's the const. This is the target manager here. Which is not really what we want, but that's fine. And image render. No. Yeah, target manager. So target manager dot fire target from target screen. Then I can say, what's my target? All right. Let's build that and see what happens. See what it says. Failed. Oh, I'm still reading color buffer. Okay. Target disk dot. Yes. What we then get? So it's actually giving like the raw data. Yeah, free raw data. That's freeing it, I think. It's out and it's what? Hmm. Take a look at some stuff we've done. Which might prove helpful, but it always proves helpful to look at stuff. Hmm. There's some really nice stuff out here. What I want to be able to just push it out. Hit the data. Get the data. Which should give me here. I need to make them render target like that. So it's render target. Can I discuss that to the image? To the image, actually. Got that. Nope. Nope. Got this. So yeah. The target. problem with this is that should just be able to just go print the target, dot, and it should just be able to say like right color buffer. Which is not what it has anymore. Is it? There's a need to this. Okay. All right. Just find you both for now. Instead of this, I'm going to do that. Making a new here. This is your basic copying seconds. Target data. Not doing that. Cast in the car. Reason. Let's say on target, which is not what I want. So render target. Order. Pitch. Then pitch. And then I should be able to then release that render target. So target manager, release target. Please release that. So then I should now get a texture. Just going to create a texture inside here, which is not what I want, but I need to figure out what the raw data is first. So mhw render texture now if target null, and I say render texture description texture desk. So, oops, can't do that. I'm currently fine. Incomplete type not allowed. Really? Oh, really? Right then. We need to go here. Texture. Texture. Well, where is it? Well, M texture. It doesn't have M texture description though. Yes, it does. There it is. M texture description. in the render. I even include that. Right, include Maya render MHW. No, really? Which render? Nope. Should be in there. Should be in the class list. Not seeing it. Alright. Not called that at all. Called that. What? Oh, right. There we go. There we go. Down. And you are good to go. Oh, come on. Really would like this studio. Headache. Right, how they're using it, and a basic. So they're basically just setting everything. Like I said, like texture, that's, you know, width, sort of thing. Target, desk, width. So it's setting it all up. So I need to keep doing that. F height and F depth. It's just going to be one. Texture desk is going to be F row, a row pitch, texture desk dot F. Name it right. Bytes. Bytes. Less. Pitch. X. This dot. What's next? Fmip. Mip maps. Fine. That's just one. Texture. What's the next? FOA slices. It's going to be the target description count. Texture desk dot. What is next? Format. The target description dot format. Texture. F texture type. The MH render. A image today. So, and then is an environment. No, type equals okay. Now should now be able to go texture equals texture manager. Don't actually have by texture. We need to actually get a text manager, which we can get from here. Render texture manager texture manager target manager get. Who was it? No. Yeah, no, target manager. No, that's not right at all. It needs to be up here. Okay, what is it? Get texture manager. Extra dot target manager. What do I need? Text. Anyway, that's not working. So why isn't it working? Invert it. Oh. Let's go. Const. Yep, count the const. There we go. Apply texture. Test that. Texture. And then target data. Okay. So let's image undeclared identified. Really? Where? Yep, correct. That's good. Then I can just say, hey, texture dot raw data. No. We just need the raw data. That's not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna play nice. Great how we don't actually have anything to write it. I just want to convert it to an image. Object. I'm just going through the documentation here, but you can't actually see it. Where is image? It might be under M global. No, there it is. Image. That. It's got a class structure, class creator. Take a look at what it's doing here. Well, let's actually try that. Because we should have. Actually, no, I want to go to M texture. I want to go to M texture as well. Where is it? I think it's under render. M texture. M texture. I like a texture description. It's got name, it's got results. It's not what I want. We can get the raw data, which is we can update it. So, update image. False. So that. Right. Bang. Alright, so that compiled it. That crashed it. Cool. Cool. Might have to get a hand. Stomach this. That's not very nice. What I'm going to do. This. Forgot that. It's not going to like it. But, oh, you haven't actually started it and everything like that. I'm going to load it up and you can see I've got like custom flash screen. Let me have some Panadol. Can't find procedure. Windows. Program manager. Loaded. Yep, doesn't matter. Don't know why. Don't know what's killing it. We're going to try and figure out what part that is not being happy with it. So could be this. Could be a lot of things. Let's be real. Could be a lot. I need to put that back. I'm going to just so it is actually getting the renderer and everything like that. So I'm going to do the old method of what everybody does, and that's put out like a global put a line every. I'll put one every one where it's failing. That's what a lot of people do. 2, 3, 4. A lot of people do this to debug. Oops, rerun. Go back to Plugin Manager. I'm just going to turn auto load. So it actually goes all the way through. What it hits is here somehow. So like that. I'm going to kill these. And I can actually get rid of this. So I'm going to say, I know these ones are fine. I don't know about this one. So two. That wouldn't be fine. 3, 4. Like that. Oh, hang on. I think I might know what's going on. What have I done? I always forget that, don't I? And it's failed again. Insufficient disk space. No, I've got no disk space. Let's retry. Clean. Let's just clean it first. Access to that path is disabled. Why? DB is disabled. Unusual. Go back. Source. Build. Well, let's just delete that. Being used. Right. I don't think it's being used by you. Let's kill that. Let's try this again. Let's go clean. Access to path is denied. That's really unusual. I'm going to close Guest Studio. Close this file. Reopen it. Okay, now I can delete it. Build. That might. Right, so get to 1, 2, 1, 2. Where's 1, 2? Come on, come on. 1, 2. But as far as there, then it's like, ooh, can't do it. What? Really? What was wrong with this one? I remember it saying, oh, you are. It was complaining. Why is it complaining about these errors though? Annoying. That should not be giving us anything anyway. Sharing violation. Interesting, interesting. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, no, that would be why, because it was crashing. With any luck, this will get sorted out soon enough. Bam. Who doesn't like it? Okay, that is very unusual. But 1, 2 is fine. Let's do that. Let's just build it. See what happens. Just closing stuff. Okay, so it is not liking. Oh, what? I'm not going to update anything. It doesn't like this raw data thing. Render target. Doesn't like render target. Requires render target. So what we're going to do is, hang on. Oh no, that's text event. Fine. Target description. Target manager is fine. What I can do instead is probably. No. Let's go like info. Can I do render target like that? Failed to program that. I need to figure out why this is not very annoying. Right. No, MS build doesn't like it. Build is running. That's unusual. Let's go to B, I think. Open in Maya. How does it open in Maya? Not what I wanted. How is Maya? so it's saying that saying this PDB is being run in Maya. It's not. It shouldn't be. So the only way to actually do that is to close Maya. Apparently. Try. Um, okay. Cool. We open Maya. Hang on. It does give me an M-render target. For some reason. Writing that out not work. I think it might be because I need to then release it. But I won't release it right now. Really annoying. Very, very annoying. And just shut down. Come on. Go. It doesn't like it. I have to ask some people about it. Okay. I will get back to you. I will get back to this later. Hopefully this was somehow enjoyable. It's kind of helped me get back into the streaming zone because I really don't want to stream. Um, yes. Thank you all for. I really want to leave it here, honestly. I don't want to leave it here. Okay. Void. Advanced. I command. List. But quickly add that there. It's gonna be good. Yep. Redo it. Goodbye, you. We're gonna go to. All right. I'm going to now re-implement a lot of what this is. So what I'm going to do is I want to get the target. That's how. I'm copy pasting, by the way. I am literally just going to be copy pasting directly from the Maya source code. Where am I getting that from? Ooh, we're getting something. I'm just going to quickly implement this. We paste it really. This is all the way back from 2013. Wow. Source files, add new item. Oh, I'm just going to call it source for now. Paste. Rename you. Sorry, source. Rename that. Cool. Then under you, going to add new item. I'm going to call it header file. So grab this. An old definition. But fine. That should now be finished. Now be fixed. You should. Oh, why aren't you working? Okay, cool. Don't know why that's not working itself. I'm including it. Alright, so I obviously need to go to where these have been created. Take them both, move them, of course. Why? Because I now need to say move, and you actually need to remove, and then need to hit add existing item. Of course, what was it? This one. Existing item. Return. Oh, it's 100%. Okay. Right. Build. Let's launch up Maya. Fine. And run. What don't you like? Hardware API texture test failed to grab screen pixel. So it's failing to grab screen pixel. Why is it failing to grab screen? You. So it's failing here. So I want to just say acquire render target. How was it doing that before? That would be why. So what's the render target? So the render target is like what these are, pretty sure. These are like viewport 2. This is like think. So let's go acquire render target from screen. Go back to you. Click. ideally, what we would do is not even use this. So do what they do. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. So we want to go like mhw render. Really should include this mrenderer. The renderer. It'd be mhw renderer. Renderer. Then if the then I'm going to go const mh yep dot render target manager target manager equals renderer get render manager that, and then if not target manager, then play couldn't spell it right. Wow. Get whoop. All right, I've got an error. Build. Oh, for fuck's sake. Love to know why it doesn't let do this. Source, source, build 64. Can I get rid of that? Advanced debugging. There's no way I can do that. Okay, that's great. Yay, I'm so happy. Not. Shouldn't be doing that. This is not what I wanted to be spending my time on. Could be thinking it over. No, it actually worked. Okay, cool. It actually got the target renderer. That's fine. Okay. Go back to the source code that I was using. And then what we want to do is we want to get target. So, an m target. Right, so it actually makes like a let's go to here. I'm going to put in that M target. Thank you. I don't actually want. Oh, I do, or do I? It's got like an M target. I'm gonna add that. This is just adding it properly. Okay. Time. Good. Time done. Okay. They do it here. What they do is they go new. They make it my viewport. Oh right, so that's actually us. Run the task. Initializing it. Doing the task is does. Interesting. I'll have to come back to this tomorrow. Right, it's a bit late now. 11:40. I need bed. I need sleep. Okay. I think I'm getting it, but it's a little harder than what I thought it was going to be. I'll have to come back to this. Thank you everyone who watched. How long have I been streaming for? Not going to tell me. Yes, it is 2.5 hours. Gosh. Well, thank you for everyone who actually did decide to watch. Well, let you know what happens later on. I'll push these updates to the repo as well. Okay. Goodbye.